Assalamu alaikum again. I'm back with my second part. I'll try not to ramble as much. But anyway, I was talking about, just to recap, I was talking about, just making sure you come here with realistic expectations and not expecting a Islamic utopia. So back on to what my focus is really about is the benefits of coming over here. To me, my biggest benefit of being over here is being comfortable in my own skin, being able to go outside and not feel out of place being Muslim. Um, like I said, there are places in America that you can go, like Philly, and you can see Muslims all over, or certain parts of Chicago, or different parts of Michigan or New York or wherever, and you'll come across a lot of Muslims. But here is everywhere, so it makes it a little easier. Another thing, and that's not just for women. I mean, that's also for men because there are men who like to wear thobes or want to grow their beard. Um, and for the most part, you can. There are some jobs that you can't. That's surprising to me, but there are some jobs that the men they're not having it. Um, Another benefit to me is I love hearing the adhan. I love that my son can just walk to the masjid. I mean, we have four in really short walking distance, so I mean he has no excuse not to be able to walk and go pray. Um, my I have one that they're finishing. It's maybe two doors down from me. They've been working on it since I've been here, so I've been waiting for them to open it, and it looks like it's almost done. So, inshallah, I think probably within a month, I'll give him two because they're kind of slow. He'll really be able to walk to the masjid, and I'll be able to walk with him because it's really close, and they do have a women's section. That's one thing that I don't like about being here is that all mosques and masjids don't have a women's section, or they'll have them and won't have a wudu. Don't understand that. But that's one of the things I don't get. Another thing is I like that my children are surrounded by Muslims. Even though I don't allow them to play with just anyone, because these children here, it's a cultural thing, and they're rough, and their mannerisms sometimes are not what I want my children to see and experience. The things that they get away with being able to do isn't a way in a world I would let my children get away with doing. So they are around other Muslim children. That's a plus, but they don't get to be with them. So I guess that's kind of maybe a minus. Um, what else? The majority of things here are halal, so you don't have to look through things and wonder if you can eat them or you can't eat them. Usually, you can eat things here. So unless you go into one of the stores that cater to expats, you really can eat almost anything off the shelf here. Um, what else? We have. It's beautiful. All the countries that I've lived in, they're beautiful. Egypt is a great place to go learn Islam. Yemen is a good place to learn Islam and Arabic. Like I said before, over here is a good place to earn money. UAE, Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman are good places that your children can enjoy doing things that they probably wouldn't be able to do in America. Like a lot of children, they go horseback riding. I mean, not too many people from Philly, their children are exposed to horseback riding. Um, they get to do a lot of the karate classes and the different things that you just don't get exposed to. They go to the beach a lot. They um, doom buggies and camel riding. There's a lot of different things that they get to do, but for on a daily or weekly basis, my children, their schedule is pretty much they have lessons, Quran lessons. I homeschool them in the afternoon. During the day, they go to Quran. My son goes to Taekwondo. Um, my daughter, I'm looking for a class for her. My oldest one wants to do horseback riding, so I told her she can do that. So that's something I'm looking into for her. They have, pretty much everything else that America has. We have the same TV channels, if not channels, but shows. They're all here. So you're not, if you watch TV, you're not gonna miss any TV news. I'm watching Barack Obama and Hillary's New Hampshire results now, so you're not gonna miss any of those type of things. Um, they have a lot of Islamic shows on, so those things, that's a plus. It's definitely safer here. A lot of people do not even lock their door type of safer here. Um, I ain't hearing it. I ain't doing it. My doors are locked. But people, they talk about how safe they are and they don't lock their doors or windows and things like that. Um, Egypt is cheaper. Yemen is cheaper. Here, is way more expensive than America ever was to me. I spend more money on food. Definitely, if I had to pay my own rent, the rent is definitely more cheaper here. I mean, more expensive here. Um, but not having that expense, it allows me to save money. So alhamdulillah for that. So that is a plus as well. Being able to take classes, they do offer a lot of classes here um, for learning Quran at the masjid. So that's a plus. So for your husbands, it's a plus. It's a lot for men to do. It's not as much for women to do. You really have to search and seek out things. In Egypt, plenty of things to do. But here, because I think UAE is, well, Egypt is spread out too, but because everyone seems to be spread out, it's really harder to find things to do. But if you really look and you get on some internet groups, you can find things to do for yourself and for your daughters if you have daughters. What else? Um, to me, just peace of mind. I am more peaceful here than I was at home. And so that is to me just a plus. There are a lot of negative things um, that come along with that I've experienced living here. But just my peace of mind to me makes it better. And just knowing that this is really for my children more than for me. Even though, yes, I want to grow in my Islam, my growth comes from things that I read myself, because I love to read. And so I just buy books and I read things. I look things up on the internet and experience things that way. I don't um, just go to classes because, one, like I said, I don't really speak Arabic well. I can understand pretty much what you're saying, but to really um, have a full understanding or can be able to communicate, I can't do it. I can understand simple things. If a person is really telling me it's over there or go get that or it's around the corner or where is it, I can understand those things. But to get into a deep thing, I can't do it. So that limits me in some ways. So, um, what else? But there are a lot of benefits that I feel. It may not seem like it, and especially for my next tape because I'm gonna talk about the downside of living here. And you may say, "Well, dang, what you here for?" But these are just things that I have seen or things that I experienced. And like I'm saying, or like I've said, it's just my experience. It's not everyone's experience. These are just my experiences. And for me, even though it may not seem like I've listed a lot of things, I still don't want to go home. So those little things mean that much to me. So when you hear the next tape and you see the things that I will say that are not good, and when it comes to my Islam, they're petty because, I want this experience and I want to have a positive experience for my children. So I'm not going to um, make it bad. So I'm going to make my tape 3 and inshallah I'll be back. Assalamu alaikum.